Can't get a break with this weather, I'm telling you. Now it started raining. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's three things. Yeah, three things. Boats at the marina are frozen. Just trying to make a living and doing what I can. Doing the best I can. You know how it goes? Oh yeah, don't you know? Come on, bring it on. Yeah. Man, wait this out. It's raining pretty good. Which hopefully that'll melt some of this rain, you know, the snow we've had. Because we only have a little bit left, like just little bitty patches. So hopefully maybe this will wash off all of it'll wash all the salt off. And that's what we need. We need some salt off. Alright, I got a whole box full of stuff sitting over here that I got a whole new ignition system for it. Leave this for now until I can figure out what to do. I think we're just doing elbow right here. That'll solve that problem. And then it'll be, seems like the block ones would be better. Like I could, these ignition coils are pretty easy to do. Like it would be real fast and not fast, but well, come open. Just not a whole lot to them, but except for these. All right, you like my new hat? I got these on the website if you want one. Anyway, I'm you know, still messing with this 25, so like this thing will not turn. I mean, it won't turn at all. So I drained it, right, and that's what we found. So unfortunately, all down in there, this other's some other oil residue, but this was all white. So that's unfortunate. And we're gonna, I talked to him. I'm gonna have to pull that lower unit, I believe, and crack her open. See what we can figure out. I think I got another lower unit I can throw on it, but I thought about that. It's like, man, really, like I want to keep it. So I might even like clean this motor up because it's really greasy under here. Get out some super clean, you know, maybe afterwards or something. I don't know. But this, the only thing to do with it is just crack it open, you know. Like I could take some Marvel Mystery Oil. I got some of that out here, and I could fill it up. You know, at least part way might help it. You know, you can squirt some stuff down in there and kind of drain all of this crap out. But I think something's going on maybe with the bearing. I think the bearing is either in there too tight or it's bad. And I don't know, maybe we can press it off and we can get a new bearing. I really don't know until I take it all apart. So pieces right here, I guess the way they send it, it's like this. And then there's our spark plug wire. Well, where's the, oh, it's in here. You got to make the boots on these, and then that depends, it goes in your connector. So we're gonna have to save on the connectors. What do I want to do? It's always a battle here. I guess make up the, they could have made it up for you. Why didn't they just do that? Cost them more money, I guess. So now I gotta sit here and make 2 spark plug wires. Let's see what we got here. They give you new washers, 2 fiber washers, and then they give you the spark plug boot, or the end. Yeah, so here's the thing, man. Like, it's got to go like that, right? So you got to look at, like, why couldn't they just make the spark plug wire right? Right? So you're gonna have to have this thing like so. So yeah, if you just gotta kind of, and then they don't even have, they got the tang that's like this. And see where this thing goes in? Whoa. Because you gotta puncture the sheathing, right? So just kind of get it started. Then I got these other pliers. See, these really don't work. Ones like I don't like this. And this is the original part. I guess if you do like a twisting motion, probably somebody who's a engineer is laughing his ass off at me. Like, yeah, dude, all you gotta do is twist. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll go on. Yeah. And it gives us an ohm reading too. 11.4 ohms. Anyway, infinite resistance, usually the wire is bad. So if you get a wire that's got continuity, it shows absolutely 0, most likely the wire is bad. It's eroded the electrodes down so far in them that, anyway, they don't. So there's one, right? And they'll go to there or whatever. So there's one. All right, I got those both done. So I don't know what to think of this. Like maybe they were like giving the dealers a chance to make another hour on you. It's the only thing I can think of. So got those made up. Now I think what I want to do is go ahead and I'm gonna put them all back in their packaging and then wait and change those after I do everything out of the flywheel. So that's probably more of the more difficult repair. Anyway, I checked both spark plug cables and those are good to go. So let me just put them back. Kind of wish if I'd have known it. I don't like doing them because you gotta have to have little bitty hands. It's like, I guess they don't have machines that make spark plug cables. I don't know. Did some research. So this is the direct replacement for that fuel pump. The first thing. I was wondering if they made another fuel pump that was, the input was 5/16 and the output was 1/4. I guess it doesn't matter because the pump is designed for 6 to 8 psi pressure. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's max. So in the case, like, I guess what they did, because I researched it, so it's a mechanical diaphragm pump rated 6 to 8 psi. The inlet barb is 3/8. So they wanted a larger barb to minimize suction restriction. And the outlet barb is often smaller, around 5/16 or sometimes 1/4. That was to give a little higher pressure. It's like a big hose going into a small hose. You do the same thing with your hand, like with a water hose, and you put your hand on it and the pressure is higher, right? So we're on this. We're just gonna, I'm gonna get an elbow, and that'll be the easy fix. So it takes a 1 and like a 16th, I think. Or I'm gonna have to get out. Do I still have it out here? I'm gonna measure it. It's the craziest thing. You know, so it's probably gotta be a chrome socket because there's not a lot of area here. So they made a special socket too, probably so the average guy couldn't work on it. What about 25 years, 30 years later? What about then? Huh? What about 40 years later? Nah, we gotta throw it away. It's throw it away society. I think I have every socket but the one I needed. So it's 1 and 1/16. Yeah. Anyway. Make sure she goes down there good. Yeah. Without this, they're almost impossible to get off. I mean, you can do the methods where you pry and you do a hammer. I don't know, and I never had a lot of luck on that. I've seen guys do it, but I don't know if something I'm doing wrong or I'm just not doing it right. I don't know. Yeah. And they got like an arm you can stick in and keep it from spinning, but honestly, you don't really need it. But I guess if you're holding it and it got loose on you, you could kind of hurt yourself. So I got this arm, and you can hold on to it. And then we're just gonna go forward. Just gonna push it up. Yeah, it just does a really good job. I mean, so I'm telling you, that is not easy to get off. All right, let me get this put up. That gives us a good view of like our, you know, our trigger plate, our charge coil. Over here, so we're gonna have to get some more screws because they have them off of this plate if we wanna like use that charging feature. And yeah, anyway, it's just inspecting this a little bit just to make sure it's good. But yeah, we'll have to get these off. I think we can feed these back. I don't know if I need to. And there's also inspect our key. Make sure our key is good, which I think it is. I don't need to really take that off for any reason. You know, we'll have to maybe take this off in order to lift the plate up. So that's like our shifting lever over here on the side. Well, now I do it. But in order to get this, they used to call them mag plates, you know. Anyway, to get this to lift up in the air, you may have to take that off because this is where our wiring goes up and it kind of goes into here and it goes into here. So we're gonna have to take this off in order to get to the bottom of this and take this plate off like the old school ones were as well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this, but see, this thing has got a little cotter pin. So we're gonna take this loose because, or are we? No, we're gonna take this loose. So you just get you a pair of needle nose. So just remember how it goes. Anyway, this comes off here. Trust me, it does. or you can just leave it. Either way, it's coming off. We've probably got a couple screws somewhere, and that attaches to the plate. So we'll need a good screwdriver. That protects the wires. All these screws go to the mag plate. So I don't know what I'm getting into here. But I would think a couple of the screws would hold the mag plate, right? Does that make sense? So you can pry, you can do all you want, but it's not going anywhere. So I think we got to remove all of the screws that are Phillips. And I'm going to loosen everything, because if it's that tight, and then there's the one missing right there. So we're missing a few screws. Alright. See what I mean? Like this one should have been probably, there we go. All right. That's why I like these Harbor Freight ones, because you can put a wrench on it. Okay. And I could probably use an impact on this as well. Alright. Okay. These are flatheads that just protect the wire. And then we can take our Phillips out. Like special screws too, like real fine thread, and then right there's like nothing. I mean, it's possible I didn't even have to take that piece off. That's alright, I'll clean it up. Man, look how loose this is. I guess once the top gets on it, it's fine, but I don't want to check that. I don't know. Yeah, that's loose. Alright. Yeah, you can see evidence of like the charge coil leaking. And I'll bring you over there and show you that in a minute. We got this last one right here. Yeah, there's this last one. I can look and see. I might have some of these screws. Whoa! I'll just move it out of the way for now. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it. I'm replacing it, right? So just freaking cut it. I know where it goes. For some reason today I'm using a lot of Harbor Freight tools. Yeah, we could just cut it. Really? And go ahead and clean this off. But here's what I'm talking about. you can see the evidence right here. This, I believe this is our trigger, right? This is, so you can see where it leaked out of here, and it kind of, because it got hot at one time, you can almost see where it came out, either the top and just leaked down. If you heat this up, it'll come off again. We don't really need to do that. Now I've loosened all this, I can get the new ones and get them started. Come on, baby. Let's open up a little. All right. Oh, this is just trashed. And it goes over to this connector over here. So we can just, we're going to take these lines out, we're going to put the new lines in, but we want to keep track of this, and this will give us like where it goes, right? So when I put the new one on, first I'm going to clean up all this, maybe put a little grease here, just some good grease. So I'm going to get out some brake cleaning and stuff and see if I can't clean that up. So I say I'm always going to stop, and then I just keep going with it. Might as well take these off. I'm going to have to get some more screws. I don't know what length screw they had for the, you know, for your, that would be for the alternator, or the charge. This is a charge coil, this is a sensor. But over here we have a stator, which is missing on this motor. But you might as well put it on and get a charging circuit going. Okay, so when I know that, I'm gonna pull it out, maybe even clean this up a little bit better. Yeah, get a pick or something, see if I can clean that up a little better. I mean, it's a real tight tolerance because, so the three screws I'm gonna have to get. We tried to clean this up a little bit, but looks like our brass bearing's kind of okay. It's got some wear. I'm sure the engine itself has some wear, but it's still at like, see, like, now right here, yeah, it's just not, it's really bad. See where it kind of got hot? You can get a pick or something to see if we can get this out of here. Get this cleaned up without stabbing myself. I mean, it's just like epoxy, so it'll come right off. Even over here too. Alright, so on the charge coil, these things come apart with the right screwdriver. Yeah, let me get the right screwdriver. So this was, if we remember, right, there's our two places right there, and this is going to be like right there. So I guess the first thing to do is we got, this is our trigger. Our trigger, or sensor, they call it sensor, right? 583387. So what we want to do is take this off, and then our new coil is this right here, right? It's the only thing we really got to know. And the wires are going to be on the bottom. Pretty thick gauge wire. It kind of fits over the top of these little Because I guess you can move it in or out. We'll have to adjust this thing too. See what I'm saying? See how it fits over that? So, for example, like, well, if I can get it started. It's simple. It's not that hard. Okay, but notice that like you can go in or out. So, see how this has this little lip right here? I think that's what you have to do. You have to get it right even with that. But you know, you just don't want to damage it. We're gonna go, I don't know. We probably should have went this way, I think. Yep. Got ahead of myself, just like usual. We just want to route our wire so that it goes this way. And that's the other thing, like, anyway, you get the idea. Anyway, it'll be routed around something like that. There's a plate, remember, that covers this up. These are like where the flywheel goes around, so you just got to make sure that like this isn't, you know. So we just kind of look and verify, you know. So it looks to me like it maybe needs to go back a hair, get something to try to get it, because it leaked, you know. It's not. Anyway, there's a little magnet there, or a little piece that kind of keeps it held in. It will come up though. You get a little screwdriver thing and but it'll come out. See, so this is their holder. Right there's their holder. Right? And then it'll just push right off. Like that. Now where are, oh, it's right here. Just a bunch of plates, basically. And then this coil, it just goes on, you know. Pretty simple. So we want the wires down, so it's going to go about like this. See how it's like that? Sorry. You take it out and then you got to put it back in. It's going to be something like that. So this was like this. So we're going to be like this. And these guys in their cars, that's where so I just take my finger and kind of feel my way, basically. And just sort of get it taut, and if there's a gap here, I'll move it in or back, depending. Alright. And this is going to route around. And it's going to go down through here. So we can't really do anything else because I don't have the screws. And I don't know what size screws these need. So I'm guessing that I'm going to have to stop. I'm sure I have some other like mag plate stuff, but, or mag plate. Some other screws, but I don't know what the length are unless they say online. Really probably this is the last thing I'll do. I need to redo our connector. So, you know, we got, this is the trigger and all that, so, you know, we need to connect all this back up to our connector. So the way to do this is just to, you know, count what you got. And so the brown yellow over here will go brown yellow brown, and then black white stripe, white black stripe. So we can write it down or we can remember it. But basically these things just pull out of here, right? We get probably a, you know, they make a probably an Amphenol tool, and if you look at it, you know, there's just a little raised thing. But once they pull out of there, they come right out. See, that just pulls right out. And then we'll go, you know, right back in its place. And a little bit of silicone spray helps. And actually a little bitty pair of pliers works too. Just like a little pair of Alright, once it's in, you can just, and it goes right into place. Alright, so then we need the black with the white stripe. You do it one at a time, makes it easy. And so then this one is brown with the yellow stripe. And the last one is going to be this brown. It's original, I'm sure it's right. See, this is another step. Why couldn't they just done this? Sold it as one package. We just want to make sure they're seated good. They look to be, but we still gotta put our stator on here. See what I mean? You can feel the edges there. Like this one might come in a hair. This one is pretty good. Should be really good. But that's where the stator goes. So the other part of this would be, so I don't know what I'm doing today. Kind of tightened this back down. Got it nice and tight. It's still, when you put the top on, it'll be tighter-ish. I don't know. I guess I'll continue with this because I can't work on that over there. So I have one that I gotta kind of fix a automatic belt switch. And I opened it up, I opened the back end up, and it's frozen. So like, I don't know, man. You're gonna leave it in the water, it's gonna freeze in the winter time, you know, or get a lift. Especially like on my truck, you know. I feel bad for the guys up north, like up there in upstate New York. Man, you buy a vehicle, and 10 years later, it's completely rusted out. It ain't worth the crap. Anyway, I'm just doing whatever. I may have to give this a rest if it's too wet. I'm under the carport, so doing what I can. She's all raining. Can't see me. So she's all raining over here. She's a little more than moist. I'm still trying to find a place for this. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like this either. Let's put this up here. You should have went to here. So now you gotta disrupt the head. You know, I don't think that's a good idea. I might just clip it off. Okay. 582 452. I'm sure that number's no longer. Well, you take that off. And I don't know, maybe go ahead and take off my coil packs. What did I just do with these coils? We're doing 7/16. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so I disconnected this. I kind of wanted to see how they, I don't know why the new ones, why they give you new, like, washers. It seems crazy. Why didn't they just, I don't know. There's one. Well, that was loose. That's loose as a goose. Could be a problem. Or was it? Maybe it's my ratchet. Cheap ratchet. Negative. Okay. That's probably because it goes over to the stop switch, I'm guessing. We're going to leave these attached. Oh, are we? So this one went to the top. This one over here went top. And then, so when we, I don't know how to explain it. I'll show you then. I'll show you. I don't know. I don't know where the fiber washer was supposed to go. Maybe they got directions for us. We're like gonna let them dingle dangle. Or dingle dangle dangle. Something like that. I don't know. I do not know. No. We get our new power pack and our new coils out. Yeah, they give you instrucciones, and which is kind of cool, I guess. Here's our power pack. I guess we could just put it on. Probably go like this way. Now it's on the other side. Alright, so let's not put this on yet. Because I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see, you know what I mean? You know, of course it's in 2,400 languages. And, you know, it's pretty simple, but I'm just curious to what they say about stuff. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's put those on. See, these, they're automatically grounded to the body, so they did give us some other washers and stuff in each one of these. So let's see if I can get them all out without making a mess. And they give you one fiber washer, which is really weird. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know why you even want it. Some engines have fiber washers between the ignition coil and the power head. Discard the original fiber washers and replace them with new fiber washers. There you go. We don't need it. Alright, so we're just going to put the new one on. So if we're looking at this, you know, we can do, you know, like this. It'd be fine. Okay. Anyway, we'll start like, yeah, it says you can discard the fiber washers. But the way I am, I literally will keep everything. These coils are just slightly different because they don't make those old ones anymore. So put a little dielectric grease on these fittings. Just a little dab to you. Alright. And then spin it around, and so it's just dielectric grease. It won't hurt nothing. It connects electricity, so it's the good stuff. CNC. And I don't know, we start with the bottom, and it don't really matter, but you know. Then we got to figure out, like, we have these little guys, and we just got to match up. And this one is showing, like, it doesn't even have, you know what I mean, like it doesn't even show you what color is what. So this one though, they have a tag that says top, so we know this one's top. So if we look at our fit in here and we go like this, right, then this one's going to be on this side, and according to this, it's the orange with the blue stripe, I guess, is number 1. And so this is number 1. I'm just going to go right back to where number 1 was. Sometimes you got to get some nail nose. So just make sure this is right. So this side would be black, yellow. Black, yellow is on this side. So make sure that's right. So this went together like so. That is right, black, yellow. And then our center one is going to be our top. So that's what we'll do. We'll pull it back out. Just want to try to be careful with it. We'll get some silicone spray and spray up in there. Get them on. Get her done. Alright, I got it all back together. And so basically, you know, connector went together. I've got to get the little piece that goes around it and locks it from coming apart. I've got that inside. I've got these two pieces here, you know, that go into the input side of our coil. They're on. Yeah, they're on, and you know, we can leave it like this or tie wrap it. It's fine. Might put a piece of tie wrap back here, just whatever. Clean it up. I'm waiting on an elbow. I ordered some elbows for here so I can finish that up. So that is a thing. And then I've got the power pack installed, and instead of just roughing this ground they originally had it tied to, we just tied it to the back of here to the block. And then this goes to your charge coil and whatnot. Then that last, well, I'm making a list of stuff I need. So I gotta get that lamination. It's like laminated for the stator so that you can charge your battery. I don't know why you want to have this, and you got electric start, but you have no way to charge your battery back. So these days I'm not even taking pull ropes because I don't want to pull on a rope anymore. I'm just done with that. But then they got this bracket over here. Normally this is where your rectifier would go. The problem is it's missing these two bolts. I don't know if I have those. It's possible, I suppose. I've got the rectifier for it, but it's just raining like crazy. And so anyway, I got to get those two bolts, and then on the plate that I have in here, on, I guess they would call it the magneto plate. What I need to do is, I guess they sold some of these motors, and they like, it's up, where's that? It's over here. They must have sold some of these motors where they had a stator. So right here would be the stator. I'll show you that again. See, right here would be where the stator, and it'd have a coil here, and then as this went around it, you know, it would induce a voltage, and then that would go back and charge your battery. I don't, you know, one other thing I noticed about this is it would have been like, it would have been nice to maybe put some shielding over it. Anyway, that's how it came. But I gotta find this lamination. So we have our stator, you know, our stator is, this thing wants to turn around on you, is right here. Alright, here's the stator, you know, and like you can see, like it's got the two coils. If you guys ever need any stuff, let me know, and then I can get it. So what I gotta do is, and they tell you probably how to take them off, and so I gotta find that lamination because it was not on this motor. And I guess what I'm saying is that maybe they sold some of them and they didn't have that was like an extra thing. Oh, you want to charge your battery? Oh, well, we got to sell you this part. You know, so there's some used ones out there, but they want a lot of stupid money for them. and I'm just not willing to pay it, and I don't want my customer to pay it. So anyway, I gotta find that. Otherwise I could see if it runs, because I got all the electronics except for that. So I need 3 bolts and the lamination, and then I need 2 bolts, which are different sizes. Why? This is another thing Johnson Evinrude did. I don't quite understand it. It doesn't make sense to me, but they did that. Is this that's their fuel pump, non-VRO. I gotta find it. I got them. Anyway, just had to take my word for it. But I got them in here somewhere. Just don't know where. Here's the rectifier. Right. So it's your typical Johnson Evinrude rectifier. We'll have to do something with this, because we got to get it around over to the other side, because it's going to have to go all the way over to the battery side of the solenoid, the starter solenoid. This is an aftermarket one, but they've been making these since like 1980. All right, well, I found 3 bolts where I could put the stator. So it does say it's like 1 1/4 inch. So I guess, I don't know what pitch those threads are, but that's right. Probably had them from another mag plate, because they didn't change much of that stuff. And still raining. Just a slow drizzle. Found a couple bolts to do our rectifier, right? Because they did, I don't know why they did this, but they had small and then they had big. Now I don't know if right here there should have been like a little terminal plate where you would take these and you'd tie this here, and then it would go over to your battery, and then these would go to the stator inputs. So a little terminal block. If not, I may have to do a mod. I'm hoping I don't. Or if that's a thing, maybe, you know, we can find that, make it original. Well, lately I've been thinking about how I want to do these videos. I mean, do I really need to cover every little detail? I don't know, you know, it takes a lot of time when I just want to get things done, and I got a humongous amount of stuff on my plate to even do. I'm not sure how to kind of fix that problem, but maybe if I'm not shooting every little detail, if it's not interesting, it ain't interesting. So I guess just thinking out loud, you know, sitting here, getting ready to go out and see what the weather's doing. And man, we're like wide open over here, so I don't know, you know, like I've been thinking about that too, as maybe either got to get some stuff fixed here and maybe move this operation somewhere. But then I like it here, but then there's things I don't like. Do we get another shop? Do we move out of town? What do we do, man? I don't really know. Maybe you guys will let me know what I should do. If there's a lake near you and you ain't got a mechanic and you need a mechanic, then maybe, you know, hit me up. I don't know what that would cause here, but it's true. I mean, why do I got to stay here? I don't really have any reason to stay here. It's not like I got family here, and it's not like, you know, I mean, I've lived here a long time, so yeah, I'd have to kind of start a business over, I suppose. But then, like here, you know, I started with like a Craigslist ad, That's what I started with, and you know, it's like I can pretty much pick up and go anywhere now. I've always tried to be real respectful and, you know, just be conscious of my neighbors, and that's important. Thanks for watching all the way through. You're part of our awesome community. Love this video? Hit subscribe for more adventures. The best way to support us is at HawkeyeMarine.net. Shop outboard powerheads, lower units, and top quality boat parts. It fuels our content and keeps you on the water. Visit today. We'll see you next time.